I'll host up the first one. So the first one's going to be jc86 versus Snail6. And starting map is Fighting Spirit in week 2. So this is week 2 series. And it's up whenever you're ready, Mr.
Okay, very cool. So,
Ross.
whole bunch of standard macro maps gonna be happening.
Right.
And Snail6, I know, has been practicing a lot. I know this is from a couple weeks ago, but he streams actually fairly often and plays quite a few games.
Oh, does he? Yeah, I haven't seen too much of him, so interested to see what we got going on.
And what team does he play for? He must be on Team 5? Yeah, okay. Snail6, Team 5.
Alright, and we'll just hop into it. So, in the top right corner, spawning as the white Protoss, we got jc86.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our teal Protoss, Snail6 for Team 5. Starting off with a little PvP action. This should be exciting.
Yes. Don't know too much about PvP, but mirrors are always fun to watch.
Dragoons and Reavers is what it mostly comes down to.
People get a taste of their own medicine here in the mirror matchups.
Yeah, their own disgusting Protoss garbage. They get a bit of a taste.
Whoa, okay.
Hey man, I'm a racist all day. I can't stand these silly Protosses.
So, do you know much about the builds for PvP? Like what's cheese, what's standard, what's aggressive, what's not?
Generally, a proxy 2-gate is of course gonna be your strong cheese. Usually a 2-gate zealot is a bit of a cheese, and usually you try and send it with a probe and try and man or pylon, or try and build a proxy gateway in their base as you're rushing it with zealots. Can be super annoying. Standard play is usually something like 2 or 3 gate robo, and then you go into either observer or reaver depending if you want to be aggressive or not.
So we've got a Protoss wiki here on stream. I didn't know if you guys knew that.
I tried a little toss in my day, but this is my favorite mirror matchup. I hate the ZVZ matchup, and to be honest, I'm not much of a fan of TVT either, though I'm getting more used to it.
So you're saying you're a little bit loud?
Oh, well then turn me down, buddy.
Alright, I don't know if I should pause the replay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Nah, just keep it rolling. We'll say I do like Snail's scouting pattern. Went through the middle to check for proxies, and then even still got first scout off, so that was
okay, yep. Well, white got so JC also got the first scout off too. So both pretty.
He also has.
Go for it.
He also has an earlier cybernetics core, but Snail just got his down, so it's not too bad. They both decided to go for zealots first, and zealots second apparently also.
So the build for this, for like if you're going for 1 gate goon, would be like gate, gas, then core, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. Chess is apparently scared of the music that's happening.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I have your stream muted.
So we got 2 zealots out of JC on the ramp. Just kind of fighting off Mr. Snail here with his 1 zealot, but he's rallying up a second one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he wants to block anything from getting in there, which is nice. He does have a probe in here, though, which is slightly annoying, but he's about to have a Dragoon out, and that should be able to clear that up.
Question is, does he even know that that's there?
Well, I would hope so. It was punching his zealots in the back when his when the other zealot was attacking, and they just kind of looked at it for a minute without attacking. It was kind of funny. So he should know.
So he's attacking up a ramp. Trying to. What do you think he's trying to do here? Like what? What do you think his game plan is?
Snails? I'm not exactly sure. Just trying to see if he can cause a little pressure, maybe. Maybe get JC a little rattled. Not too sure. But they both win 2 gates. I'm just waiting to see Robo's. Snail has money for his. Whereas, looks like JC's just pumping units.
Alright, so he's got the robotics facility down. Snail does. I don't see one
very good.
JC just yet. Oh, there we go.
No, he seems to have a bit less money for some reason. I don't know if it's probe discrepancy or...
Right, I'm trying to look. Like,
looks about the same.
It may be. So he's got 3 goons. See, Snail's got 3 goons, 2 zealots, and JC's got 4 goons, 2 zealots.
No, Snail has 4 also.
Oh yeah, at the top of the ramp there.
Ooh, pause please.
Pause. So we get a little.
It was either a very quick pause or that never happened. Normally players say, "All right, like you're ready to go," you know, like when they come back, but. I don't know, apparently they just resumed. Fuck it.
Mind games, dude. Trying to tilt him early.
Alright, looks like Snail's just going super safe, getting his goon range. He's got his observatory coming, so he's not going for early reavers or anything like that. You know, I wonder if JC's range is already finished. That's probably something I didn't see.
Looks like JC's also got the observatory coming up. Not going for a quick reaver or anything else.
Oh yeah, that's cool. They're both playing super safe, and I do dig that. I mean, whenever I play a PvP, which granted is not often, this is the build I go with. You know, two gate robo.
And your boss toss?
That's right, I'm boss toss. Granted, my PvP is horrible. I can't micro a Dragoon worth of crap, but you know, I try. They're both floating a little bit of minerals right now. Looks like Snail's gonna expand.
Right, Snail's just now starting his range, his goon range. Well, not just now, but it's about halfway done.
Yeah, I assume that JC's already done. That has to be a thing. That's probably where the money discrepancy was coming from earlier.
And looks like JC got his robotic support bay down and going for a 3rd gate. Not quite thinking about expanding just yet.
I would assume he's going to, with that amount of money floating. I mean, it's perfect. You have like exactly 400. Like, you just gotta plop it down.
Yeah, man. Looks like he's even got his observer and shuttle queued up, so it looks like he can definitely afford that that Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, Snail's already started his. Well, he does have a probe here now, and I assume it's gonna... Nope, not yet.
Maybe? Possibly.
Sometime very soon. Well, it's nice. We're gonna get on a bit... Oh.
Is this a sneaky expand? What is this?
I'm not sure.
I mean, that observer
Put a
flew
probe
right
down
by it,
there.
so...
Pylon there. I'm assuming it's just a scouting pylon. That way you can see if a shuttle's coming.
Gotcha.
Typically is some things that Protoss do, set pylons all over the place to scout.
Chess is really bugged out about the music, man.
What music do you have playing?
the game music. I don't even have game sounds. It's just the music.
What's
the game music.
What's wrong with Brood War noise?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Jess, you got a problem with the Brood War? Sorry, not everyone has your classy little jazz going on, you know?
You always take pop shots at chess, dude.
You got to. You got to.
So, Snail's going ahead to wipe out
he
the
knows
scouting
it's all
pylon.
good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, may as well, you know? Worth 100 minerals go down, and even has a chance of supply blocking them, though that's, you know...
Wonder if he's going to try
not very high chance.
Try to move a shuttle through there. Well, he doesn't have a robotic support base, so looks like he's holding some goons back in his base, like for that static defense, you know, just in case that that Reaver comes his way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he did send a observer. Yeah, he's got one sitting on top of the gateway, so he sees the shuttle. I'm sure he saw the Reaver get inside of it, so he knows what's going on over there. He knows to watch out for it.
Right. So we got a shuttle with a Reaver, and another Reaver just popped out for JC. Meanwhile, down Snail's got actually 2 expands. He went ahead and expanded to the 6.
Yeah, this third, that's risky. Especially with a shuttle and a Reaver sitting around. Not that those kill bases very well, but you'll be able to scout it, because traditionally you're going to be flying all over the place down there.
Right. So
Unless he just tries to bust down the front door, then he'll never see it coming.
Yeah, it looks like they're both playing super defensive, man. Like, they both did those initial little poke prods, but then they were like, nah, I'm going to macro up a little bit before I go back in.
Yeah, maybe they feel like their macro ability is better than their micro ability. That's about what it comes down to. You know, these early fights, if you can't control your goons perfectly, you're closer to their base, so their rallies are going to be there before yours are. So unless you micro better than your opponent, you're just going to lose.
It's really about that, well, the shuttle Reaver micro, right? But also with, like, the goons, kind of kiting those as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, before the Reavers were even out. Yeah, especially with Reavers, oh man, you really have to stay on top of picking those things up.
Let's look at the saturation. It looks like JC's pretty saturated, man. In his main, he could use I guess even transfer a couple probes from his main to his nat.
Yeah, Snail6 did some also, but he hasn't been building any for a little while now. He's got some building over at his 3rd. None at his natural. Oh no, he just started building some at his natural again. That'd be good. They're working on it, you know. Missed a couple of cycles, but you know, not the worst.
Who hasn't?
Right, exactly. It's hard, man. That's probably one of the biggest tips you can give to a beginner player is for the first 10, 11, 12 minutes of a game, you should be building workers nonstop. Yeah. Unless you're Zergs. Zergs are different, so I'll let you off the hook.
So Snail's got some cannons over at his 3rd, so just in case any drops come in, looks like he's got that somewhat defended before his other reinforcements get there.
Yeah, and honestly, just having this 3rd for so long, I mean, his supply is probably going to explode at some point. I would love to see him throw down like 3, 4 more gateways right now. Right. Like, he's got the money for it, and he's got the economy to support it. So really, he could just overwhelm his opponent. Although, JC just set down a 3rd of his own, but Snail sees it.
Yeah, he's on top of it. He took that observer all the way around the map, man.
Yeah, he checked every expansion. I don't mind that, you know. Lets him know that there's no sneaky hidden bases or anything.
World travel.
JC's looks like he's getting a little antsy here. Yeah. Moving his stuff out on the map. I mean, really, you have the Reavers, man. Go over there. Stir something up.
It's 112 to 113. So, ooh, we got some DTs too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but look at Snail's money, man. If he spent all that, he would be 20 supply ahead.
Right, I guess that would be.
Oh, this is bad. Oh boy, couple units for free. Oh no, just one.
Do you think he was trying to sandwich him there, or?
No, I just don't think he knew where the army was. Right. Just kind of walked right into it by accident. Whoops.
So at this point with the observers, like, where would you be placing them and why?
Oh, good lord. It's tough in a PvP because your observers, they can't attack each other, but they latch onto each other. So you can follow an observer by clicking on it.
Just like
and it'll just follow it for forever. Yeah. So it just follows it.
Check out the 6 o'clock shuttle with the 2
yeah, I see it. I see it coming.
So
so observers is really tough, but you want them around so you can follow army movements, but oh boy, he's gonna walk right into these. Oh, he turns it around!
Oh, nice, good save.
Good job paying attention. Good job paying attention. Oh my goodness.
He's gonna lose the shuttle.
Get it out of there.
No, he's got it.
No, the AI attacks from the cannons here, but he pulls all the probes, so that's good. Doesn't lose a single. Well, loses one. Oh, and even gets a Reaver for free.
Wow.
Well, for 2 cannons, I guess, but may as well be for free.
So where are we at? 132 to 123 because of that Reaver loss.
Well, that and just having that third base for so much longer, he's had so much more money. I mean, look at the bank.
Yeah, man.
It's huge.
Yeah.
He did throw down some additional gateways. Looks like a...
2, 3, 4,
yeah, he threw down 4
6,
more, just like I wanted him to.
8, 9. So it looks like he's got 9 gateways to JC6. And upgrades.
How are you counting 9? Oh, okay. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Apparently I can't count today.
And we got an additional one coming up for JC, so 7, 8. They're about to be in even gateways.
Even gateways, even
all
bases.
These guys just gotta start queuing up units. There's so much money going on.
I guess, I mean, would you consider Snail to have the tech advantage since he has the Templar Archives and JC doesn't? Or JC's not using his Templar Archives, rather?
Well, they're both using it. I mean, he's got 6 Templars coming out right now. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, he's
there they go.
up. Okay, cool. So, even tech advantage.
But I do love this observer sitting right on top of the gateways. He sees when everything comes out, considering he flicks his map up there. I hope he does.
Who are you talking about?
That's a huge advantage to see what's coming out. Snail has an observer sitting right on top of JC's gateways.
He does. Smart. Smart.
So he can see when everything comes out. Oh, now he's taking out this observer in the middle of the map. Or almost does, anyways.
There goes our first.
And it looks like we're going to have a big engagement. Oh boy, that's a lot of zealots and a lot of goons. It's a lot of stuff getting stormed is everywhere.
Friendly storms
Reavers
going
are
down.
in play. Yeah, I can't even tell whose storms are whose. Like
Yeah,
they
I know,
look
right?
like they're similar.
It looks like Snail's coming out on top on this one.
Oh, but some good storms back from JC.
Right. Reaver goes down.
Oh, another big one. Oh, huge.
Ooh.
Oh, it's tough to say. It looks like they about evened out, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, it just looked like
Almost
that goon,
perfectly.
Just looked like he had the goon advantage there for a second before he ate those storms.
Yeah, it's time to rally up, man.
Yeah, man.
You have the advantage. Yeah, because once you get ahead in dragoons like this, things can really spiral out of control in a PvP.
Right. Yeah, I got it that way intact. I don't have the unit sounds on. I mean, if you guys prefer that, I can go ahead and turn those on. But looks like he did reinforce, and he's going in for.
Yeah, this is excellent right now.
Oh, and that manor pylon right there, or whatever you call that.
The AI, man. Yeah, forward pylon for sure. Screws up the AI, messes up everything.
Yeah.
But he just has too much here, and yeah, I just don't know what JC can do. Half his gateways aren't going, so that's not good for you. That's not good news.
He's got the rally.
And if this natural goes down, this could end the game.
Right, and he's just constantly reinforcing. It looks like Snail's like just bringing all his units up from the nat. So
yeah, this is
good use of APM right there.
Coming.
Just keep it going. That's one thing I hate about the Protoss is how mobile they are. You know, it's like once they start going, they can just reinforce and reinforce and reinforce. Same as Zerg, right?
Yeah, well, you don't have to pay attention to your units. There's no mines to lay. There's no tanks to siege. You know, easy peasy. 1A, 2A, 3A, right?
Yeah.
Well, this looks like it's over for JC. There is,
JC's
unfortunately,
taking a fourth in that top left over there.
That is not going to work. You can't lose your entire main and even think you can come back from this. Not to mention he's going to lose 20 probes in his main.
Yeah.
So he's not going to even have anything to mine a fourth with.
Kiting these goons down here. Another Reaver just popped. Yeah, I think it's... And this is a pretty overwhelming
We'll be getting we'll be getting a GG here very soon. Half of these gateways aren't even powered now.
Snail's even attacking into that 12 o'clock with a couple zealots. So
yeah, because why not?
Multi-prong action over there.
I may as well. He certainly has enough to clear out the main, and no doubt about that.
Definitely.
Just a matter of time till JC calls it quits.
Definitely.
I hope he doesn't wait until it's the 11 o'clock there that gets scouted before doing that.
Maybe he's just giving him the satisfaction, you know? It's like, hey, you worked for it, so you can destroy my buildings.
Alright, there he goes. He calls it.
GG.
Well,
so
good game.
Game 1 goes to Snail there, so... Alright, so looks like game 2 between JC and Snail is going to be on Circuit Breakers.
So JC's gonna pick the other macro map. Good old Circuit Breakers. My favorite map, by the way. I don't know if you share that same interest.
You know, I'm just not really a Circuit Breakers guy. I told you I had those
The stuttering issues, yeah.
Well,
If that's what you were gonna say.
also, and I had Fighting Spirit and Circuit Breakers vetoed for, a month or so.
Oh, that's true on ladder. Yeah, I forgot about that. You
sure
just so
did.
tired of playing them. You were like, screw it.
Yeah, man.
Veto.
But then I unvetoed them the other day and actually called a couple matches on Fighting Spirit. It was kind of refreshing, Just kind of refreshing.
Yeah, kind of nice after a bit of a hiatus,
Definitely. Right. So starting up in game 2 in the top left, spawning as the blue Protoss. The winner of the last game in this 3-game series, it's jc86. And that's the bottom left, not the top left. Sorry about that.
It was also the loser of the last game, but that's okay.
Yeah, he was. You're right. Absolutely.
In the top left, we have the actual winner of the last games. It's going to be Snail6, the yellow Protoss.
I just say these things to make sure you pay attention,
These
bro.
things just come out of my mouth. I have no control.
Counting off, winners, losers. Who's counting, right?
Nobody's counting. Nobody's keeping track. No worries, man. We don't keep score here.
Right.
We are like we are the soccer moms of the CPL.
And it's like if I'm counting, we know it's gonna be wrong. So.
Exactly. So it doesn't even matter.
So yeah. If you're listening to me, it doesn't even really matter. So both got an 8 pylon.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, unless you want to be a little cheesy. Although even if you're doing an economic cheese, you're going to build that pylon there anyway. But I don't think we'll be seeing anything too wild.
Like a 12 or a 14 Nexus.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to be seeing one of those.
Looks like we got one gate out of both so far. So far, so standard.
Yep, just gateway scouts from each player. Let's see if they both scout vertically, which is what you're supposed to do on Circuit Breakers. Looks like Snail's going to scout to the center again to make sure that no funny business is happening. I do like how he does that, because you never know. I mean, it doesn't matter what tier your opponent is. Most people know how to do a cheese, at least one. And, you got to watch out for that.
And also, he kind of knows what he's going up against, because, he plays the same race, so...
This is true. Yeah, if I was going to do something sneaky and cheesy, what would I do? Throw 2 proxy gates right in the center.
right in the net. Just manor pylon all in the minerals, steal the gas, the whole 9.
Well, yeah, I mean, probably my worst Protoss experience was a stolen gas into a manor pylon into a double manor gateway in my mineral line.
I remember seeing that. It was like on Blue Storm.
Yeah, it was on Blue Storm, which I was hoping I would get a Protoss for, and I did, and then that's what happened to me. I was like, wow,
ate your words
I really
there.
ate my words. Yeah, exactly, 100%.
So we got.
I didn't even know they were gateways. I didn't even know you could fit them.
Yeah.
I just thought they were more pylons, and they warped in, and I was like, oh god.
He's like, fill the Protoss, you dirty Terran. So we got 2 gates coming out of JC. With
Yes,
the core.
we do.
Does it look like he started his range yet?
He did not.
So, still only got 1 gate.
Don't have all the money for that. He's also a little late on gas. Looks like he didn't transfer probe when he was supposed to.
Ooh, 3 gates. Out of JC.
Oh boy, he's going aggro, and we got
Snail's already in his face.
Probe, and yeah, Zealot is just in here, and that Zealot getting work done. 4 kills. Can he get a 5th?
Nice.
Oh, almost.
Nice.
Almost. But he leaves the probe. This probe might get a kill. Oh! Yeah. Oh!
Is it?
Oh! Oh no! Oh my god, can he get another one? No way. This Dragoon, get over here and do your job.
That's what he was waiting on right there. Waiting on that goon to get out.
Oh my god, 1 health. Oh, it almost got a second one. Whew.
Nice.
Whew.
Good
Heart
early
was
damage
beaten.
there. Good early damage
Heart
there.
was beaten. Oh, that is huge. That is a ton of damage. 5 probes. That's a ton. I mean, we're 4 minutes into the game. Look at the supply difference.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. And the good thing about Snail is he's constantly producing probes, and it looks like JC took a little break here and there, but I mean, I guess you kind of have to for 3 gates, right? I mean, there's a probe cut there, right?
I would have to assume, not 100%. Also, he's double queued on one gateway and not producing out of the other 2. That is a mistake.
And
You really have to separate those. That's the point of having all of the different gateways.
Right.
It looks like he finally fixed it.
And still no range out of JC here.
Oh
Guess
yeah,
you
there's
can't
no way.
afford
Yeah, no, there's no way you can afford it after losing all those probes.
Right. I guess at this point, I mean, if I was him, I'd take those probes off the gas for right now, and just try to charge up my minerals a little bit, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's something you could do. Yeah. I don't see why not.
Apparently. Golly, man. Yo, is my mic getting louder? Is this louder? Can you hear it? Is this louder? Boss Ross? Is this louder than that?
It's.
Is this louder?
It sounds
than
exactly the same.
that? Exactly the same. Okay. I'll turn it up after. Okay.
More importantly, turn Boss Ross down. Not too loud for you, Chess.
Apparently my sound is just way off, man.
Yeah, just go on Discord and just like take me to 50% or something.
Alright, go ahead and...
I'm a loud person, so I.
How do I take you to 50% off input volume?
On Discord?
Output volume, down to... What about now?
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3. How do I sound, chat? Sound good?
Okay. We got you at 100. You were at like 125, so... Sorry I missed all that. Sorry.
Not
Alright,
too much
cool.
going on, but we do have a snail contain going
Yeah,
on.
pretty forward. Which is kind of counterintuitive to what you would think a 3-gate would do, right?
Yeah, but the probes, man, the probes, that's a big deal. When you can't produce off all 3 gateways, it's
Right.
kind of pointless even having them. So
Yeah, true.
that's how it goes. And he still never got range, I don't think. And
gotta-
Snail definitely got his, and is now even getting an expansion. As Artosis says, when you're ahead, get more ahead.
I like that. So simple, but so true, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great philosophy, or whatever it is you want to call it.
I think JC made a little misstep here coming down that ramp without knowing
Oh.
what was down there.
Oh,
Snail's getting a good concave on those goons.
yeah, this is trouble city for him, man. He's gonna lose everything on the low ground, and now it's 6 dragoons to 2, and Snails
pushing up.
smells the victory.
Yeah, the
Here he
blood.
comes. He just 2-shots goons. Look at that. And yeah, when you got 6 goons versus 2, this is the snowball effect. I mean, it doesn't matter that he has more goons coming. It's never gonna be enough. Oh, and he sends the probes in
The
without the
boys.
dragoons.
He's sending the
Oh.
boys. Nah,
Too early,
this is
too
it.
early. He needed to. He's got 2 goons about to pop. He still has 2 goons.
Tough, man. Tough.
All the probes with 4 goons could have made that a much different fight, but here instead we're gonna have a GG coming. I think.
Yeah.
Good game. It was
Yeah.
good try. Just took too much probe damage there
Yeah,
at the
too
beginning
much
with that
damage at the
zealot.
beginning, right? Never really quite recovered off of that. Kinda
And that's
just-
what happens when you skip your zealot in a PvP, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially like I don't know, like early GG out of JC. So what's the score now, Boss Ross?
That's 2-0, man. That is a 2-0 for Snail.
2-0 for Snow. Okay.
No game 3 required.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And I think what I was trying to say is like, you know, when you start playing Brood War like in the early game, right? Like something like that early zealot pressure. I mean, I don't know how fresh these guys are, but they're tier 3, so I mean they don't have like a super large amount of experience playing one-on-one, right? Like when you get that early pressure, it kind of just throws you off of what you were gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
So it just
Super,
not
for sure.
only are you taking the damage, but you're also kind of like losing, you know, track of
Focus.
Like,
Mhm.
here I was here, so I got to do this next and get there, and then you know what I'm saying? Kind of just messes
Yeah.
up whatever you were practicing.
It's hard to deal with. Throws off everything. I've missed factory timings before by a lot
Absolutely.
because of a zealot. Someone gets a zealot on my base. I get too busy microing it. Next thing I know, I have 200 gas, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that factory is super late.
You're like, wait, 1,000 minerals, and we're only 5 minutes into the game. How?
I don't think that's happened to me in a long time because it's some zealot pressure, but I have gotten it up to like 600 before, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just expand now.
Like when you first start, you know, 1v1 and that zealot comes in, it's like F10 ESQQ.
That sounds about right.